Good morning. This is Mike Yop, Director of Bands, trumpet professor, music education professor at Warner University in Central Florida. Been a couple of weeks since I've done one of these, so I want to tell you some things that I'm working on and would like your comments on this. In my 3 decades of teaching, I've noticed that most students do not understand how to practice. They'll go and practice the same routine over and over and over, but they don't know how to practice. They're not making themselves better. At my university that I attended my undergrad, we had a philosophy, and that was that if you're in a practice room showing out, nobody cares. And so we've tried to instill this at Warner University that if you're in a practice room trying to show out, then you're not actually getting better, you're just trying to show out. And so through my decades of working at this, I've started to think in terms of the whole concept of woodshed. And that's sort of where we got into the name of our company. But the whole idea of woodshed is that we need to work, but it has to be a systematic work. Most psychologists say that most successful people at a professional level work 10,000 hours at their craft to get at a professional level. If you add that up, that means a kid that starts at 10 years old, if they average roughly 2 hours a day practicing, by the time they're 17, they've done their 10,000 hours, and they're prodigies and so forth and so on. I'm going to contend there's no such thing as a prodigy. I think that there are kids that grab it faster than others, but there's also people that just through sheer hard work are going to beat most of the people most of the time, just because they're dedicated to their craft. And it doesn't matter whether it's in music or whether it's in athletics or whether it's in business, whatever it is, if you're dedicated to what you're doing, you're going to be successful after a certain period of time of work putting into that. Our strategy is real simple. We're not trying to take the place of all the great books in the past. We're not trying to take the place of Arbenz. We're not trying to take the place of the Rose Book. We're not trying to take the place of Schlossberg. We're not trying to take the place of all the Vizzuti books that are out, and Charlier, and all the different books through the generations that have come out, all the Clark studies. We're not trying to take the place of that. What we're trying to do is show students how to use those to become better students. So I want to give you just a little taste of what this book is going to be. My goal is to have it done by the end of the summer. I want to have it in PDF form. We don't want to publish it. We don't want to make a lot of money on this. We just want to get it in people's hands. And so we're looking at putting it on our website for like $2-3 that you can upload and have it to work with. Our goal is that every single day you need to work on 2 keys. If you work on 2 keys a day, 6 days a week, you're covering all 12 keys. Get into the minors, get into diminished, get in the whole tone within those keys. All your sight reading needs to be in those keys. All your scale studies need to be in those keys. All the things you work on need to be in those keys. And our mission is to give you a list of things that you can work on in those keys. You do that after a certain period of time, then you become familiar in keys that you're not used to now. People ask me all the time, what's the difference between college musicians and high school musicians? A prepared college student is a good high school student. We believe at Warner, and we did in my undergraduate, that we do a lot of reading. If you're in my jazz ensemble, you're in my symphonic band, and you're in my marching band, you're in my pep band, we're going to cover about 200 pieces of music a year. Not the same old drudgery of stuff, but we're going to cover a lot of music, because the more music you read, the better reader you're going to become. Same philosophy, same pedagogy that goes into someone that teaches reading to a 3rd or 4th or 5th grader. The more reading they do, the better reading they're going to be. Same thing goes with playing any instrument. The more you read, the better you're going to get. And so our concept is going to be to push you, to motivate you to do things outside your comfort zone. If you're a person that is used to those normal 4 or 5 keys that most either band or orchestra or jazz band is played in, then that's what you're good at. We want to get you in keys that you're not good at, and what that does is allow you to be more flexible. And so look out for it. We're going to have etudes in there. We're really thinking about you band directors and orchestra directors to have a supplement to where you can have keys every day. So like you want an etude read by your entire band. We're going to have the whole conductor score down, and it may be 36 measures, but it's going to be something you could do on a daily basis where you're switching keys around. So when it comes to your music assessment time and you need to sight read, your kids are going to sight read much better because they're going to be able to read better. And so that's our whole concept. We're looking forward to it. Hopefully we will have it by the end of the summer. Please leave comments. If you have some suggestions, we'd like to put that in there. If you have any thoughts, we'd like to have you put that in there. If you have any references of things that you have seen through the years, let us know. Thank you very much. Again, it's Mike Yount, Horner University. Hope to see you soon.